Hi Virgo and Capricorn, welcome to your soul ties video. Soul tie is a very strong connection that you have with this person. It can be both negative or positive. This is not a soulmate video, okay guys? This video is here to be healing for you, bring some clarity to you, some light. A lot of times when we're connected to people that we love or have fallen out with, there are some very strong lessons that are meant to grow us, okay? That is what this video is here for. Not necessarily here to talk about how much in love you are. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for visiting and stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe if the messages do resonate with you. Hopefully it will resonate with some of you, if not all. And let's go ahead and get started here. Please excuse me. I am a little congested today. I think it's just a little bit of a cold, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to pull some general energy to kind of draw in how both of you have felt towards one another, okay? And this is speaking to the really strong connection between Virgo and Capricorn, okay? Now, for the sake of the reading, if you're watching this video, your energy will go on this side. Your person's energy will go on this side, Virgo or Capricorn, doesn't matter. Whether you're a Capricorn or Virgo, your energy here, their energy there, okay? And you can reverse the roles as needed. So let's go ahead and see what's coming out for you. On your side of the reading, we have romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, and on this side of the reading, your person's energy is coming through as playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so obviously very strong feelings here between the two of you with this playfulness and romantic feelings coming out. Automatically, though, I do pick up on the fact that one of you, okay, and it seems to be this person, is slightly more disconnected from the connection than you, okay? Because notice how feelings are here, right here, and then playfulness is here. So it's almost like I'm already picking up on the fact that this person tends to play with you, okay? They tend to kind of play on your emotions, tend to play on your feelings here. And again, this is not a feel-good reading, so y'all know I'm not with the feel-good today, okay? This is all about healing, okay? So take what is and leave what isn't. But yeah, I'm already picking up on the fact that although there's a lot of love between the two of you, this person tends to play games a little more than most, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and draw some energy on this connection. Whether you're in union with one another or you are separated or you haven't even met this person yet, we're going to go ahead and pull some general energy that you two share. I'm going to pull some energy here and energy there, okay? I'm actually going to use this deck here. And this will really be speaking to the issues that lie between the two of you here. Okay, we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus on your side. It says a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Okay. And on your person's side, we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. And we have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Okay. So, as it relates to your connection, and it's very important to note the strong compatibility between the Virgo and Capricorn because we have 6th house energy Virgo, okay, and we have 10th house energy Capricorn. And the reason why these two are paired to each other so empathically is because 6th house is represented by work, health, getting yourself together, cleansing yourself inside out, public service to others. And Capricorn is also professionally involved, but the difference is that's more about a legacy. That house is more about leaving a legacy behind, okay? Life's work, journey. So both are connected to work ethic, but one is connected to a legacy and the other is connected to the type of profession that you do, the type of work ethic that you put in. That's Virgo, okay? So there's no surprise here that there's a strong soul tie between the two of you here. Now, on your side of the reading, we have here dreams and a practical plan, okay? So if you are actually in union with your person, whether you're a Virgo or a Capricorn, you're really wanting to make some plans. You're wanting to evolve with this person, okay? You're wanting to actually elevate with them, okay? With this card coming out. And very interesting that it should come out full moon in Taurus because that's another fellow earth sign, right? And then we have a new romantic cycle begins. So I'm automatically picking up on the fact that some of you are actually in separation from one another, okay? Could possibly just not be talking to each other. Because with this new romantic cycle beginning, new moon in Libra, this could actually really speak to the fact that something might have happened in the month of October. Okay, we had passed into Libra, the sun passed into Libra. I want to say, well, it was late September, but also while Libra was actually in the sun, we started with Mercury retrograde October 13th. So I don't know why, for some reason, I'm picking up on the fact that there really was a shift for a lot of you during that time. On your person's side, we have take time to breathe out and confidence is your key to success. A lot of insecurities on this side here. A lot of lack of confidence in who this person might be, okay? And I feel like that for a lot of you, okay, could be where your person was a bit insecure and might have projected that onto you, okay? With this new romantic cycle, I do feel like with the breakup, I feel like one or both of you might have actually been entertaining other energies here. But what I really want to speak to is the fact that one of you seems to want this connection and seems to want to grow and expand, whereas the other one of you, you know, are not emotionally connected at all. I do feel like if this is a breakup that we're talking about, you know, this person on this side really has to take some time to themselves. Okay, I feel like this connection might have actually, or the ending of this connection might have actually drained them. And it doesn't mean that it hasn't drained you as well, okay? Because you feel something for this person, right? Very strong connection, though. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot and clarify these energies between the two of you. Okay, we have Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands on this side, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so with this coming out like this, guys, I'm just going to say, very interesting how we have Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands, okay? Both of these energies read to me as very defensive energy. And what this tells me is that the both of you are in a power struggle right now, because notice how they came out next to each other, okay? So we have one side of you, one of you, and this is reading to your energy, right? How defensive you feel. This might also speak to how you felt in the connection, feeling unprotected, feeling like maybe your partner didn't always come to your defense, feeling like you were always in battle formation, okay? This Nine of Wands energy is really speaking to the fact that this person went through a lot throughout their life. And instead of them actually handling it the best way that they could, it hardened them. You know, it hardened them. It made them feel like they had to hide who they are. Okay. So I am seeing here in the connection, okay, and you take what is and leave what isn't. But I see here where one of you focused very hard on trying to make this connection work. Okay, and this is on your side of the reading. And I see on your person's side here, excuse me, on your person's side here with that Nine of Wands energy, a very hardened type of energy, emotionless, lack of passion, lack of showing that to you, like lack of showing emotion back. Because this Queen of Wands is very passionate, right? Very in tune empathically. And I feel like on this side of the reading here, we have like a lack of something, a lack of confidence, a lack of passion, lack of communication. But this person wants this. They want this communication with you. They want this reunion with you if you are in separation from one another. And I'm reading that a lot of you are. This Ace of Swords is represented by clarity, okay, truth. They want this clarity with you, but I feel like this person over here lacks the ability to communicate. They lack the emotional ability as well to empathically connect with you, okay? And they do want this stability with you because we have this Ten of Pentacles coming out. This is completion. Okay, this is them wanting that stability, wanting to come in union with you. So, because we had this come out like this, I'm going to pull a few more cards to get some clarity on the connection, okay? Because I feel like for one of you, you want this connection. And I feel like the other person is unawakened to it. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. They're just not. It's like they sabotage their own connection. Okay, so we have religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Ooh, that just flew across the room. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. We have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Very crazy that it would come out under playfulness there. We have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay. So, what this is speaking to is what might have actually happened, and this is where the lessons come in, okay? So please hear me very well when I say this. Okay. On your side, this religious factors does not necessarily have to represent religion, okay? This can represent the fact that your other person, the person that you're involved with, Virgo or Capricorn, okay, could have been raised in a religious household, and that could have a lot to do with what shaped your relationship, okay? The difference in cultures is you know, even though y'all didn't allow that to keep you from coming together, it certainly has had an effect on your love life as it pertains to your upbringing, okay? So this is not always about religion. Sometimes it can be upbringing or culture. Some of you could have been brought together by love and not by the fact that you came from different places, okay? And with this chemistry card coming out, you feel the connection with this person, okay? You feel it and you fought for it. You have fought for this, you know? And for some of you, I feel like you might have actually given so much of yourself to this connection that it made you defensive. It made you, you know, sort of draw into yourself because you feel this love with this person here. And then we have this worth waiting for. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. So yes, as hard as it is to sometimes take a step back and allow spirit to work through this connection, for whatever reason, it ended, okay? And it was meant to grow us, okay? It was meant to make us stronger. On their side with this flirt card, again, and I will say this again, this person here is not as empathically and emotionally connected as you are, Okay. They love you, they care about you, but for them, it doesn't, and I don't want to say it doesn't feel deep, because this is a deep connection. Okay, it is. But what I will say is that with this flirt card coming out, it's almost like this person really tried to hide their feelings. They tried their best not to go as deep with you as they should have. So one person is feeling this connection in their soul, right? And the other person has allowed their ego to get into the middle of this, which is why we have this Ace of Swords coming out, because they're coming into an awareness and understanding, especially if you're separated from this person, that this can't keep happening. This clarity and this understanding and this communication needs to come in. Now, with this Release Your Ex card, this could be speaking to the fact that even though you guys are separated, someone might have went back to their ex, okay? And in order to come back into your presence, or in order to come back to you, they need to release that energy, okay? We have unrequited love. This does not represent or does not mean that there isn't love between you two. It doesn't mean that this person's not attracted, but what it means is that they are not emotionally mature enough, okay, to handle you or to deal with you. They don't have and I want to make sure I'm using the right word, okay? This person doesn't have the passion that they need to have towards you. It's almost like they took you for granted. It's almost like your emotions just were too much for them because they didn't have any emotions. Okay. Remember how I said this Nine of Wands came out on their side here, where it was coming across as hardened energy, defense, defensive energy, not really being connected, disconnected. They might have went through something in their life that didn't allow them to connect, didn't allow them to be emotional. And now what we have here, we have someone who's not emotionally connected at all, someone who's just sort of allowing their ego to get into the way. And I almost feel like this person, sort of sabotaged this connection. They sabotaged it. As soon as they started to feel something towards you, they might have sabotaged it by unkind words, making it seem like you guys are not meant for one another. But here's the lesson in that. It grew you, okay? And it is growing you because it's making you realize your worth. It's making you realize that you deserve better than what this person's giving you. Now, does this mean that you and this person won't come back into union with one another? Of course not. Of course it doesn't. But the lesson is not reconciliation with this person, okay? The lesson is they don't know how to connect, okay? They're not there yet. They lack the emotional depth that they need. They're cold towards you, okay? Their coldness is very, very evident in the way that they treated you in the connection. So because of that, you're waiting, because you know that something better is coming, whether that's them getting their act together, and I feel that some of them will, or whether that's you moving on. Let's pull some advice. Because obviously this person didn't know how to value you, didn't know how to appreciate you, made you feel like you weren't valued. It says, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Yes, so this is speaking to faith. Those of you who you feel bound to this person, okay? You feel like there's a connection with this person still, even though you're disconnected. They feel it too. They're just not allowing their emotions in. Have faith that this will work out, okay? Have faith that what's meant for you, you won't miss. You will not miss this connection if it's meant for you, okay? But spirit, for whatever reason, has taken you away from this. Because this person has a lot of growing to do. They need to do their soul work, okay? They need to focus on themselves and learn how to come back to you. You waiting is really the lesson. Wait for what's meant for you, Okay, does that mean you have to wait on them? Absolutely not. But you'll wait on what is worth it, okay? So what's meant for you will come back into your life. That's really so there's two important lessons. One is waiting, okay, waiting for what's meant for you. And the other is understanding that this person has a lot of growing to do, okay? And they need to come towards your way. Okay, this is not a reading to determine what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you didn't do anything wrong. It's this person, it's not you. Okay, and I know that sounds very cliche, but honestly, they're disconnected right now. So those are your messages. And I know that this has been sort of a tough reading for some of you, but I am hoping that it's brought some light and some clarity to you. And I'm hoping that you have a great rest of the day. You know, this is a timeless reading from the time that you view it. So take care.